So this is Baruch Fleischman. I've been having some recording trouble. I'm really not that sophisticated in what I'm doing. I just shoot from the hip as best I can. This is the fourth day of the week. It's the third day in the month of Shevat, and we're moving towards Tu B'Shvat. So the world is turning. It's continuing to change, and we're over here in Parshas Bo, which is a parsha that has tremendous punishment in it for the Egyptians. So we've been reading about their punishment, and now the Zohar, is concerned about a certain idea. Let's see, let me get a little drink here. And that idea is that when you come to punishment, is it possible that the Sultan has a free reign to do whatever he wants? If he wants to take somebody and punish him just for no reason, that is possible that it could happen. So the Zohar, I think that's a little bit, I think, a background of what the Zohar is trying to go at. Let's read it here and let's see, God willing. I've had a couple of problems here with the video, so this will work out. Yomer Hashem the Satan, Hashem said to the Satan, V'yan the Satan, it's Hashem, Yomer Mishut Ba'aretz, and he said like this, Mishut Ba'aretz. Let me start over again. Yomer Hashem the Satan, Hashem said to the Satan, where have you been? Where are you coming from? Beyond the Satan answered as Hashem, Yomer Mishut Ba'aretz, I was traveling the world. Mikano lived with the Yeshuva, the Ira Ismas on the Sitra Achronim, so the Zohar wants to say on this side. So we see that the Sultan is able to travel all over the world, that therefore we say that the civilization is actually, he is mixed in all of these civilization. They're all given over to him. In other words, there's evil in this world. But he says there's a difference. And the Matuk explains that better. He says, Bar Arad Yisrael but there is an exception, and that is the land of Israel. So since he said that he was flying through the world, so he says when he uses a certain word, he says, I was traveling ba'aretz, in the land. So the Matuk is going to tell us in a minute what that means. He says, Ashgab Kedusha Berichu, the boy, the Mehevet, the Torah, Alayhu, the Yisrael, that he wanted to make a tremendous accusation against the Jews. Miyad v'yobach Hashem al-Asad, and so then Hashem changes subject. So all of this tremendous host of the heaven with this tremendous amount of accusation, and this is the time of Rosh Hashanah, when this host is there, and then the Sultan comes in, and they're really going to lower the boom on us for this year, for the year that they're talking about. So then he says to him, Asanta libakol o abdi iyu, did you ever place your thoughts in regards to my servant Eve? Ki ein kamohu ba'aretz, because there's no one like him in the land. So they gave him a mode. He said that shad, that there's a moment that he saw this. To get that portion of Kedusha that he wanted to get out of a good man, but the Yisasek was what he was doing. In other words, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to cause a sin, and that becomes his reward. And so, but then when he started thinking about Eve, he forgot the Jew. Let's see what the next part says. I'm going to go as far as I can because I keep getting stopped. I don't really know how to. It's timing out in some way, but I hope that it's better shape. So the Yom Hashem of the Satan, Hashem said to the Satan, "V'an HaSatan as Hashem," and the Shan answered Hashem. Hashem asked him, "Where are you coming from?" So he says, "I was in the land. I was walking through it." But careful the devil. So he starts getting more descriptive about it. That I really look deeply into the deeds of people. He says, "This is what they see, Sam Hashem. I was traveling all over the world and I saw all kinds of bad people. They're everywhere." But he said, but when he said, because of the fact that he said, where was he traveling? He was traveling Ba'aretz. The Matak is going to say this only refers to Eretz Yisrael. He says, Lamadno sheyishuv haaretz nimsa the kitzonim. That is, that the yishuv civilization. You understand this? That civilization is given over to kitzonim. The hind of the iron. Sorry, umas. Those are the 70 channels. That means princes, but it means the main channels of flow from the Ein Sof Baruch Hu down into the umas olam goes through certain channels, and all of those channels are taken over by the other side. All the channels of all the lands, chutz me'eretz Yisrael levada, with the exception of the land of Israel, nikras eretz stam, which is just called eretz, that is biyad Hashem levada, that is in the hands of Hashem only. Kamasha Kosov, like we've learned like this, tamid eini Hashem elokecha ba, the lies of Hashem are always on it. The hainu shechayisi b'shoket eretz Yisrael, so that was traveling through the land of Israel. Hishgiach HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when he said that, he means to say that he was looking at us. So Hishgiach HaKadosh Baruch Hu wrote so that he was malvshin and maktarok b'nei Yisrael, that what he really wants to do over here is he wants to bring out some really bad thing about us. But not any other nation. He wasn't going to get the Romans. He wasn't going to get the Greeks. He wasn't going to go to the Russians, etc. Only us. So he said, wait a minute. Have you ever put your thought about Al Abdi Iyuv, Leptarg Bagam, Al Abdi Ki Iyuv? You could make an accusation about Iyuv. How about that? He says, Ki Ein Kamohu Ba'aretz. There's nobody like him in the earth. What does that mean? Omer Halo Biyado. Biyado lo netzasi ma'uma ra. In hand, I do not never saw anything that this man did bad. That's what Hashem said. So this is the reason why he mentions Iyuv. So he said, no, let us go over here. Rei HaKodesh Baruch Hu. Sheyesh Shas Hatzarach. There is a time when it absolutely becomes necessary to give to the Satan a portion of what is going on with Kedusha. To keep him from the accusation and the punishment that's going to come to the Jews. This is Baruch Fleischman, Tikkun Elevator Kolo, and this has been what is this? The Parshat of the week, Parshat Bo.